What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Orcs Must Die 3. We are playing through the Rift Lord campaign and getting our 5 skulls, and next up is the basement. Let's hop on in and get it done. Alright, now here we go. Now the basement should be named Don't Let 'Em Go in the Basement, as if anything gets knocked down into the basement, your par time is pretty much shot. This one is definitely a battle against the clock. Now, with that in mind, you want to avoid ogre charges in packs. If ogres are charging through, they are going to knock enemies off and down into the basement. Now, for this one, we're going to bring along the Stone Staff, the Jar of Ghosts, the Mana Rage Trinket, Healing Trinket, Trap Reset Trinket, the Auto Ballista, some Grinders, Barricades, Brimstone, and the Ceiling Lasers. Now, as you can tell, we're not going to have a whole lot of trap diversity in this one, as we're going to be doing just a whole lot of scrapping, particularly through the first few waves. So to start things off, we are going to get things going right here. Now, remember, this one is a battle for the clock, so be aggressive. If you've got an opportunity to run down a lane and kill an orc before it gets to your kill box, make sure you do it, as that is only going to help you out. So we are going to go ahead and go with something like this, just to get things started off. And let's get it. Now, remember, at the end of the first wave, we're going to have to quick sell. So this barricade and these 2 grinders are going to be sold. So we're going to make sure that we're in a position to quick sell those. Meaning, if you need to pop your Jar of Ghost, your Mana Rage, anything at all, just blow it all out in the first wave. Get it all out there and make sure that you're ready to go and ready to sell as soon as this wave is over. 3 seconds can go by pretty darn quick, especially when it's a make-or-break situation. And selling these is crucial to the amount of coin we're going to have at the beginning of wave number 2. So we're going to go ahead and continue on just burning them down here, making sure to keep our jar active to help us out. Anytime you are even remotely struggling with your mana, make sure to pop your Mana Rage. So we got that done. Now we're going to block things off and bring everything over into a final kill box. We're going to do it a little differently here because on the War Mage difficulty run, I did not have my ceiling lasers placed properly. It was mentioned to me down in the comments, and we're going to get them right on this one, that's for sure. So let's just see what we can do to burn these mobs through. Remember, we don't have anything there, so we have to kill everything ourselves. So make sure you're putting into work and getting aggressive. You got to watch for those kobolds running by as well, as those little guys will get you, as they are just some sneaky ones. So we got an ogre toss there from that ogre charge, so that we want to make sure to watch. Luckily, nothing went down into the basement. I'm going to go ahead and pop the Mana Rage now and make sure I can get through these. Now remember, you got these barrels up here, so as you get pushed back through the lane, make sure you're taking advantage of your barrels. Get everything stunned up nice right in the middle of them, and really I'm looking for that troll who is slightly out of range here. So we'll let that troll get just a tiny bit closer, and then we'll drop a barrel, and actually it looks like we completely missed him and didn't get any damage on him at all. So we're going to have to burn this troll. The barrel can help you, but it's a mountain troll. They are some thick boys, and you can still burn them and CC them with the Stone Staff, but you have to be quite vigilant with it. Alright, so now we're pretty much set for the basics of the kill box. So we want to keep everything directly under this path. So we're going to put our ceiling lasers right up top like so, and then we're going to go with a barricade right here, and then just a brimstone. Now at least we have something there as kind of a last resort versus any of those kobold runners, and we can start to bring the fight back to this area here. Now once again, this one, just like in War Mage difficulty, the more you get it built out, the easier it's going to be, and going to do our best to keep everything right here inside of this area. I'm going to go ahead and pop a jar right there to help me out with this ogre, and see if we can't get the ogre burned out. Now, there is a lot of heavy mobs on this one. We are going to have those auto ballistas going to dish out some big pain on those heavy mobs, and that will help us out later, but obviously not helping us out a whole lot right now. That archer just pewing me is just kind of irritating, so Gonna watch that guy. Now, if you stay back far enough, you can avoid most of the ogre charges and not have to worry about any enemies going over the edge. So you definitely want to do that. No doubt here. Let's make sure to get this healer here. And then we've got one more archer. Once again, we don't want to wait for that guy. We want to make sure to just get the pain in. So let's go ahead and complete this side of the map, and then we'll get started on some ceiling ballistas. I usually like to go in the back first, so I'm going to put 3 of them right back there, and that will help me out versus a lot of these heavier orcs. Remember, you got the boom barrels all over the place, so feel free to use them. They are your friend, those dangling boom barrels, that's for sure. We got a nice path now where the orcs are going to run directly through this ceiling laser, so we do have some constant damage up there. If you get pushed back past your barricade just a little bit, it's nothing to worry about, as you're just going to be able to keep the orcs in that ceiling laser pretty darn easily. So we're popping our jar. You see we got an ogre coming in, so we're going to fall back just a touch until the ogre is in the mix here. And we'll get this dialed in a little bit tighter as we go. And this one is just, like I said, it's a straight up race. Ooh, I got pushed there trying to get to my mana rage trinket. This one is a straight up race versus the clock, so you gotta watch the clock. No doubts there. And there we go. And now we're coming along a little bit nicer, so we can go with, let's see, let's get another brimstone in. We're gonna get one more ceiling laser back here. I usually go in groups of 4, and I like to spread them around a little bit. Or not ceiling lasers, pardon me, the auto ballistas. I want to spread them around a little bit because I want auto ballistas firing at different times. I don't want them all having an orc in target range all at the same time. So going to move them around a little and place them in different spots. Groups of 4 of them seem to do pretty well. 4 auto ballistas firing into an ogre, for example, just really dishes out the pain. So good stuff there. I'm going to save my, or here's an ogre coming now. I'll go ahead and pop the jar now that an ogre is coming in, and then fall back a little bit to try to avoid that that ogre charge. I do want to get close enough to get a stone staff on him. You see I've got my brimstone set up with arcane. That was just incidental, as the last map I played I had arcane brimstone. 100% not needed on this one. You can just go with regular old vanilla brimstone, and in fact, it would probably be better because then you'd be able to get it to reset a little quicker. And we are getting it just about there. And there we go. So let's go ahead and continue on out. Like I said, sticking to groups of 4 with the auto ballista. Just want to spray them around. And we're looking pretty good with them now. Wave 6, we still got 3 minutes left. So you see the time is ticking. It is going quick. Now luckily these waves run really quick. You will have some null hunters in the later waves here, starting with wave 6. Those I just stone staff right on top, you know, right in the middle of the laser beam hotness, and let them just melt. So now that we've got some auto ballistas in place, we do have quite a bit of help versus these heavier orcs. And as long as you can keep things petrified with your stone staff right here in the brimstone and laser beams, it's pretty much GG from this point. It's just a matter of burning the clock fast enough. As I said, the waves do go really fast, so even though the part time feels super rushed the entire time on this one, the waves do burn quick, so it doesn't take quite as long as some of the other maps per individual wave. And we are getting it now. So let's see, let's go with a pack of 4 over here as well. We got another little bit left. We'll drop 3 more right there. And doing pretty good now. Now, I'll probably put any more auto ballistas in just as last resort. Once again, Null Hunter rolls in, just keep them petrified on top of your traps there. This map can get a little chaotic. There's no doubt. Here comes another Null Hunter. We're going to get that one right about there. If I can find his head, we'll be in great shape. This map, it's a little bit chaotic, and it does run quick. So 10 minutes, when you first look at it, you think, oh, well, we got 10 minutes. But 10 minutes can be gone before you know it. That is for sure, especially when you've got 8 waves in the mix. Let's go ahead and pop a jar right at the end of our little kill box here. And it looks like we're going to have, what, about a minute and 20 seconds or so to get through the final wave. Let's go ahead and go with another brimstone there, and then I think we'll spam everything else into the very end of the kill box here, just to make sure we got plenty of power going right at the backside. And we got a minute left, full minute for wave 8, which is literally nothing. It could burn through before you know it. So if one orc goes over the side, your par time is you're gonna lose it. You know, you're just not gonna be able to hit the par time on it. So it's quite the challenge, no doubt. Going into wave 8 with my jar and my mana rage trinket refreshed is definitely a good thing. Additionally, remember we got that trap reset trinket. So when the majority of the mobs get into the map, you can always pop that bad boy and get all of those auto ballistas to re-trigger right away, which is just absolutely beast. So let's let them go ahead and fly on in a little more. We'll pop our trap reset, and you see there was a big boom there. I should have actually waited on these final ogres, as we do have an armored ogre in the mix as well. We're getting close. We got 20 seconds, and it is going to be all over, so very, very close indeed. And there we go with 11 seconds to spare. So it's a tight one, y'all. The basement, same thing as in War Mage mode. You are 100% fighting the clock. There is heavy enemies in there, but nothing you can't overcome. However, the clock is your enemy. You're going to want to make sure to keep an eye on it the whole time. So that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time with some more Orcs Must Die 3. Thanks again, y'all.